Hey, girl. Hey. How's it going, man?
Great. That was a nice drive-by. Hi, it was good. I'm great. Everything's cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah,
Great.
yeah, yeah.
Great. Great. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Ma'am, so next year I was thinking, because the holidays are approaching, and I was just sort of thinking that next year, not this year, because it takes a little bit more time to plan, that
Mm-hmm.
you and I and a little dachshund with a
Mm-hmm.
bag of balloons, the money we got, set them free at the break of dawn. Anyway, sorry, that was a different song. No, it's a Luftballon.
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
no.
I have a funny thing you should say that. Um, I have a guy that comes to karaoke every Thursday night.
Uh huh.
He sings the German version of that
I'm
every
sure he
week.
does.
It's
That's the thing.
adorable.
That's the thing that people do.
Yeah.
Um,
His username is Mouse.
Good for
That's
him.
his username. Love
Um,
you, Mouse.
so next year, not this year again, next year,
Yes.
we should pick a place that Spirit Airlines goes for both of us. Like
Okay.
a cheap place, get a hotel room at the airport. And like, girl, I'm saying fly up and fly back same day. I'm talking this is a fast trip. We get there at like noon. We have 3 hours to do a photographic montage of
Okay.
holiday outfits so we can make a holiday card, and then we fly back home. Because the thing is, girl, and the reason I say it like this, and this is just me knowing us, if we do not have the pressure to do this, we
We
will
both
just
do.
we will just kiki and talk. But if we actually have a time frame, we will throw some drag on, we will get it done, and we will be clean faced by the time we're back on that plane 3 hours later.
True. Sexy true. What a, what a strange idea, but also exciting.
Yeah, yeah, that's it's just an idea I had. Maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it
It's
there. Also, girl, I didn't know if you know this. Brightline tickets right now are
yes.
on sale.
Oh, to go to Orlando?
Yeah, $59 each way.
Say what?
Yeah, $59 each way.
Then you can afford that portion of Uber charge to take you to where you need to go after getting to the
I
station.
mean, well, the thing is, if you're going to Disney, it's at the airport. So you just walk in the airport and you get on the train at the airport to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So it's where else you going in Orlando?
I mean, I don't know. There could be other things.
Downtown's pretty cool.
I've been downtown. We did that a couple of times when we went for the Florida Improv thing that they had there. So
And
we
they've got a
performed a few times.
really good Laotian street food restaurant there.
Oh,
Called
I don't
Sticky
know
Rice.
what's Laotian style.
It's kind of like, have you ever had Thai or Malaysian? Okay, you probably
Yeah.
had Thai.
Is it Thai?
You know that dinner that you didn't show up for that night that my husband and I waited for you in Raleigh at the nice Laotian restaurant?
What?
That you don't remember that? The night before my wedding?
No,
The night before
no.
my wedding, y'all were running very, very late, very, very late, very, very late, very, very late. I was very mad at you when we met at Flex later.
I don't remember this.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Why were we
yeah.
running so late?
Because you kept talking to your brother for so long.
Oh,
And you didn't realize how far away Durham was from downtown Raleigh.
oh,
I told you just get a hotel in Raleigh and you didn't listen.
yeah. That was the mistake.
It was.
And I yet apologize again, which I'm pretty sure I did back then as well.
You didn't really because you were so embarrassed by it.
Anytime family stuff happens, you know how I get.
I know, girl. I know. You felt bad. Hold on. Let me get the
That reminds me, I have to call my mom.
1 hour 4:57. I just need to remember that I need to take out somebody's name. There we go.
Take out somebody's name. What?
I said Big Sister Maim's name by accident.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see how much I caught that, right?
I know.
I'm so used to all this mess.
Well, girl, it don't matter none. We have rekindled our friendship. We are better. It was years ago. I'm not bitter. Well, I am, but not.
You
about that.
are. Speaking of bitter, I have a question for you.
I've got an answer for you.
Are you going to read Streisand's memoir?
Probably not. And the reason is I don't find memoirs that interesting typically.
Oh, okay.
Like I again, I did listen to Manhands because I thought that was fun. And I've listened to one or two by Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's crazy. Their lives were crazy. Barbara Streisand's not really had a crazy life.
I was just reading something yesterday. It was talking about that. Like, she was talking about rejecting Brando and that she regrets it now. So I was like, oh, I wonder what else is going to be in the memoir like that. So that's the only reason I thought of it just now.
I mean, her and how many men?
Yeah.
I mean, flagrant bisexual. But
flagrant
bisexual. Girl, I mean,
no, I just love it. Flagrant
bisexual. Girl, that is a sexy man back in the day. Oh God, girl.
He was.
And then there was the Island Dr. Moreau when he wasn't.
You know, it's interesting. I was reading a thing about him that basically said, like, that's why he became so the way he did was because of what started his career, and that's what he was known for. And it was like he was rejecting it all. So it was just interesting. So I don't know. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Because I mean, it was like back then we were all kind of like, he really let himself go. And it's like, oh, wait, he actually was like basically torturing himself and just really leaning into it. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, that's depressing, isn't it?
Speaking of.
No, we aren't doing that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Not quite yet, babe. Not quite yet.
Felt like a good segue.
No. Let's keep it happy. I did have something to mention, and there was Streisand. Oh. So my grandmother.
Yes.
When she moves on from this world, wishes me to sing Ave Maria at the funeral.
Wishes you.
Me.
But.
Girl, don't you even? And I was like, I was talking to another friend of mine recently. I was like, maybe I put on a Streisand wig and do that. And they were like, which one? I was like, which one do you think? And they said, I want to say the curly. That's what my husband said. But they were like, I want to say the curly 70s one, but knowing you, it's the 90s straight bob, isn't it? I was like, how did you know? How did you know it's the 90s straight bob?
God, they're going to have to lower that register like 1,000 keys. Jeez. I'll have to give you like some Jägermeister beforehand. Like, just a lot of things will have to be done beforehand.
My grandmother has always thought that I've had a beautiful voice.
I'm not even quite, I'm just like, oh, that's really wild. I mean, yeah.
Speaking of strong misconceptions, Maim, did you know that we have a Patreon? That's right, Maim. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money in Maim. We have a new patron.
That was amazing.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thanks, Sheri.
Thanks, Ed. That was amazing.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
Say what?
That's right. We have Baking Sugar, our OG Deciding Women podcast, and we have, starting November 20th, Over the Moon, our Moonlighting podcast, Maim.
What?
And if you're a patron, you can, in fact, see us in the lightest of drag with an early release.
So light.
So light. It could be Rachel Dolezal. Hey, Maim. Did you know we have merchandise? That's right. You go to mimsmaim.com. You can buy something. I'm on fire right now because I'm getting hungry. Hey, Maim.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yes.
Do you know what I love?
Five-star reviews.
That's the one. Dear listeners, if you like us or love this mess that we're doing right here,
Bless this man.
Bless it. Leave us a 5-star review. It means a lot to us. It does. It keeps Maim from having to, this is season 4, episode 2 with Thieves Fallout.
Girl, you ran out of gas just now. Good Lord.
I had like 30,000 things to say, and none of them were appropriate for anybody. So I was like, if you can't say something nice, you're usually sitting next to me, but this time it was just mean to everybody. And I don't need Maim to have a breakdown in the middle of this.
I mean, not today.
Not more than she generally does.
Yeah, I'm not today. Please no.
Girl, you know what? You know what's been happening since that previous podcast when you were talking about vibrations?
What?
I've had the Beach Boys song Vibrations running through my head.
My God. You're giving me good vibrations. You're gonna be a sweet sensation. Good vibrations. I mean, it is a good song.
Well, girl, we're in Cabot Cove.
Cabot Cove.
And we find out that Dan's a drunk and he just got fired.
Wow, Dan. Wow.
It's really all we know. And we see as the names are popping up on screen, one name in particular just slaps you right in the face, and that is Dak Rambo. Did you see that? Like,
I did.
Dak Rambo, and his name, he's got a lot of teeth. Like, I looked up who he was, and he's the one with all of the teeth, girl. Like, he's like a shark. His teeth have teeth. They're like, yeah.
He's got a lot of teeth.
Girl, when your acting style is teeth, you know.
I just wasn't expecting that. That's all. That's all.
Well, you know, some people, they just have a lot of teeth, girl.
Oh, Lord, that's what Gaga wrote that song about.
Show me your teeth, Dak Rambo. Oh, God. Well, Teeth is looking at a car.
Okay.
At this thing, and he gets the dude, the owner who just fired Dan, is like, hey, you want this car? He's like, oh, Teeth, maybe later. Oh. Choices were made in acting.
Choices. You know, I'm not going to pretend like they weren't, because they were.
Big girl, later on when he lights that pipe with his teeth, it's like Oh, I just hurt my jaw doing that. Jesus Christ, Mims.
See,
Don't.
it's a skill. It's a skill. Everybody can't do it.
But everybody was kung fu fighting.
Fast as lightning.
Sorry, I'm jamming. Do you know what song I'm jamming to?
Good vibrations.
Nope.
Kung fu fighting.
Nope. I got a little alternate read my mind going through my head right now.
Sorry. What?
If you could read my mind, love, what I tell, my thoughts would tell. Just like an old time movie, or like ghosts from a wishing well. When it gets the power, well, the heartache comes. What?
Was that Amber?
No, that part was all. You know, it was Alternate Hamper in that third one.
Yeah, the one we can never.
Heroes often fade. Anyway, we're at JB's now. Ding-a-ling. Ding-a-ling. The doorbell's a ringing.
Hello, hello. Hello, who's there at my door?
Well, Teeth is here. His name is actually Andrew Durbin.
Oh, hi, Mr. Durbin. How are you? Nice to meet you today.
And he's renting Lila's house.
Oh, that's right. Lila's out of town.
Lila, I don't know who Lila is, but she's not there.
I feel like they talk about her as if we're supposed to know that character, but we don't.
So he takes her in his car to Lila's house. It's a fantastic Corvette. They get out of the car and there's some really bad ADR because it's windy and like they needed extra lines to fill this.
They did noodle. I mean, it was weird. It's weird setup. It was.
Yeah. So, what is that word? I don't know what that word even is, Maim. Look, I was having a struggle with my pad earlier today when I was watching this because it kept going off and I forgot to plug it in and I was like, it'll be fine. 5%'s fine. 5%'s fine. 5% kept going to sleep on me. Like I would watch it for a second, go back down to sleep. So it's going to be rough for a little bit.
Yeah, it's not fine.
Enjoy this journey.
We're all on it. So we're here.
So we're at Lila's and JB starts, opening the windows and doing this. So here's the thing. I don't know if you know German people do. So my grandmother does not subscribe to this because she's lived in America for long enough. But in the middle of winter, they have this thing where they believe every like 2 to 3 hours, you should open up all the windows and doors in the house and let air through for like 15 minutes.
Every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, to get the air circulating. And I mean, in Germany, it's like 20 degrees outside. So,
yeah, but I mean, but every 2 to 3 hours is a long time.
And girl, like I'm talking like all of the doors and windows, like everything open to where that cold air just comes right on in.
Okay.
Yeah,
that seems. All right. But isn't that bad for like heating bills and things like that? Isn't that not good for that? Because you have to like reheat the house again.
I don't have answers for you. I just know it's what they do.
You're like, I'm just the messenger. I'm not.
Now my grandmother does not do that. She's very, she's become
she's a more modern
right.
person. She's
and like part of that, it probably originated with radiators because radiant heat is very hot. Girl, do you remember how hot the third floor of Statesville High School would get?
Oh yeah.
Like we would have the windows open because it was 95 degrees there. Yeah. Speaking of, the third floor of Statesville High School is now a pre-college, early college high school.
Oh, wow.
It's a separate high school on the third floor of Statesville High School.
That's cool.
They can take like the electives at Statesville High School, but the top floor is like early college.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and they take courses at Mitchell too. Like it's a great idea.
Oh, that makes
Where
me
was
happy.
this shit when we were there? Right, like,
girl, that was a long time ago. That was a quarter of a century ago.
I know. I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, "You realize
that's like us being in high school at the same time, saying, like somebody said, why did we have this in the 60s?
Why didn't we have Channel 1?
Right. You guys get to watch TV news every day. Computers? Why did we have that?
Girl, we didn't have computers. What are you talking about?
I mean, we had kind of computers.
We had those ones that were still on like DOS up in the library.
Hey, don't knock DOS. Don't knock. DOS
Look,
is good to us.
I don't know about you, but I took, because I was bored. You know, I got a lot of credits early on, so I was like, I'll take a vocational course or two.
How was that?
So I took the computer science class, which was all, this is how you use Word. I mean, that's useful, right?
Yeah.
Then she basically ran out of stuff to teach us 3/4 of the way through the course.
Well, the internet wasn't quite as robust.
So she played the net for us.
With Sandra Bullock? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Actually.
Oh, and I'll text you the person that I sat in me and this person sat in the back of the class. And you'll see, and you'll be like, that was a fun time. Here you go.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh yes. Yes. I bet that was a hoot.
That was a hoot. Oh God. Especially when it was tennis time and they were not happy with
girl. Yeah, when it was tennis season, she wanted to be anywhere but school at that point. She was. I felt, you know what, especially the tennis girls and boys, I felt bad for them because they had to get up so early for practice, and they usually had practice again after school. They seemed exhausted, and some of those tennis girls, as we know, were like our highest achieving people. I can't even imagine how exhausted they were. Literally, because it was they went constantly. Shout out to our tennis team from Statesville High School, those ladies and gents.
So
especially the ladies, because the ladies are really
special
good.
Ladies. So Durbin has to go to the sheriff. He's going to drop JB off at Kevin Caldwell's going away party. He was a coach at the high school, and he's retiring, and he looks like Rodney Dangerfield without the talent.
I would just say he looks like Rodney Dangerfield if Rodney Dangerfield literally got no respect, because Rodney Dangerfield did get respect. If you know the joke, you know the joke. Most of our listeners, some of them got the joke. Some of them are like, what is that?
So we're at the, I got the joke and I'm ignoring the joke. So we're at the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Here comes the judge.
God almighty. Here comes the judge. I made my husband watch Laughing. He made it 2 minutes in. And was like,
no, that's it?
Girl.
Oh.
It is for people born at that time and us. And
well, yeah.
Like you should try to have your husband watch it and see if he can even make it a minute in.
Oh, you're right. Oh, speaking of Laughing, did you know that Tubi also has all of the Carol Burnett show now? Like,
girl,
all of
did
it.
you know that as a Sling TV subscriber, they just That's one of the channels is the Carol Burnett show, and they just play it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it just cycles through.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like heaven.
It is. It's very weird. Oh, God. So Bill sold Arnie a car. Arnie is in a wheelchair. Bill is the person who fired Dan earlier.
Okay.
The car, Perry is the judge. The car caused Arnie injury, and he wants Perry to be the judge. Perry's like, no. I can't, because all three of us, and Dan the drunk, were on the 66 football team.
Wow.
And I know you, so I cannot be your judge. I can judge a lot of people I know.
I know, right?
So the sheriff is there, and he's bringing Durbin inside.
Oh, jeez.
Well, now we're at the going away party.
Yes.
And we find out that Durbin served 20 years for murder.
Oh, wow. That's intense.
Yeah, and JB's like, well, what? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way. Well, Kevin's here. And I'm very excited to be here with everybody. And you remember that time I had a failed football camp, but at least I have these fellas right here who are the 1966 state football champs. But Dan's not here. He must be drunk somewhere. Oh my goodness, where is he? Yes.
That was actually your more disturbing renditions of that voice.
Well, it happens. maybe it's because I'm on a different angle now, or
I don't know. It literally made the hairs of my arms stand up a little bit.
You're welcome.
I didn't thank you, but it's, all right.
Oh goodness. Well, so they decide to, Kevin walks away. Everybody decides to leave the party because, Kevin's walked away. Danny's outside drunk, and the coach goes talk to him. Perry's there with his wife. Bill is there with his wife. The women don't really have names yet.
Yeah, because who cares about them, right?
Perry's wife, it's said in passing later, her name's Tara, but it's very lightly done. Bill's wife is Allison. I'm just going to go ahead and get it out there. We're going to find out their names later, but I'm getting it out there. So we got Bill and Allison and Perry and Tara, JB and Sheriff Tupper, Teeth, and Kevin. We good so far? Oh, and Danny the drunk. Well, Bill walks up to his car, and he has a newspaper clipping. Dear listeners, newspapers are these items that were printed daily, sometimes twice daily, that have news in them. You may know news from CNN and Fox, but that's fake news. Real news was told to us by Peter Jennings on ABC.
Yes. That was our jam.
That was our jam.
Literally, that was the be all and all.
Yeah. Well, Bill sees Durbin's car.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
What's later on at night, girl? It's late at night, and the mood is right. There's a phone call at Bill's.
Ooh, yes.
He picks up the phone. It's like, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I ask myself that every day.
No.
Every day.
Have you found an answer yet?
No, just like Mulan.
Not surprised. Where will the girls see
Your pause.
When I looked away and then looked back.
It was like you can see the spotlight just go. Oh, that was amazing.
Girl, Christina Aguilera is going to be at the Venetian in Las Vegas in concert.
That's nice. That's really
Tickets are like $200.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
Well, for Christina Aguilera, I would say bad.
I mean,
I like Christina Aguilera. How much were
Britney tickets?
I mean,
when she did it,
probably $200 to $300.
So I mean, it's about the same.
But hold on, no, it's not the same because Britney's career versus Christina's career.
Yeah, but remember, it did not matter what her career was like. She was always more loved than Christina, even though Christina was 1,000% more talented than Britney.
I mean,
Spears.
both these are true.
Like Christina, she did the terrible thing of asserting her womanhood, asserting her sexuality, and she did so in a way that was not filtered through the male gaze like Britney's was. She did it on her own terms, so she became the slut. So
girl,
you know,
I did a thing where I spent, I think it was $15 on Amazon to get a bunch of reject pins. Like this one just says, can you see it? It says hello on it.
Yes.
There's that. Yeah, hello. This one says Steel Hotels.
Why do you have that?
I'll explain later. There's one that says welcome on it. It's very tacky. And then I've got this one is creepily nurse degree loading.
I'm so confused right now. I'm very confused right now. But okay, I'm just listening to you.
So Bill goes downstairs. Bill goes downstairs. He opens the door, and like what happens at my door at night, there's a huge package right there. He opens the package, and Joker style, like fake Buddy flies everywhere, and like the clipping comes down again, and it's hitchhiker convicted, $100,000 in bonds missing.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, we're JB's now, and Bill's wife Allison with blonde hair comes to visit her, and she tells JB all this stuff, and she's like, there was a 50s Corvette across the street and driving by slowly when all this happened.
Oh.
So then it's nighttime now, and Bill's driving home, and one headlight nearly hits him and forces him off the road.
One headlight. As soon as she said it, I was like, "Oh, that's."
I know. I love that song. I
don't understand what happened to that band. Like they just disappeared. But I thought they were so good.
I mean, it's What's His Doodle's son.
No, that's what I mean. Like I don't understand what happened. They were a really good band. I remember their first couple of albums were actually quite good.
You remember their first couple albums? Because they only had They had
a couple. They had a few albums.
They had a few albums. They had a few albums, but only one song really made it.
I know, but I would still listen to people's albums back then.
You're different than most people.
Wow. Thanks again for reminding me.
I mean, it could be like Train that had that one song that went popular. Then they disappeared,
Virginia.
and then it came back again.
as she walks to be the queen, as she thinks about her. God,
That's not the song that I was thinking of.
oh, they had more than one.
Tears of Jupiter in her hair.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that was the one that happened, then stopped, and happened again.
yeah. So they went on hiatus. That was in 2010.
Who are you talking about?
The Wallflowers.
Okay.
They got back together.
Okay.
And they just started touring a lot with Eric Clapton.
Girl, nobody cares except for you.
Oh, sorry. I was talking out loud. Sorry. Sorry.
Dear listeners, I apologize. But it's too late, too. It's already happened. And I'm not taking this out of the podcast, so...
I'm sorry, to listeners. This is a problem with me and music stuff. Mims knows not really to bring music stuff up a lot during the shows because I get sucked in.
I know, because she used to be an anchor at a DJ. Not an anchor, a DJ at a...
I like music. What do you mean when we say it? Like, I've always loved music.
I know. But for someone who loves music so much, you have such questionable taste. So we're at the news.
I never said I love the Wallflowers. I just said I remembered a couple of their albums. That's all I said.
Oh, God. I know. Oh, God. Maybe Oasis will create another album eventually.
Please, God, no. Please, no.
You don't like Oasis?
No, it's not that I don't like them. It's just I can't. The two of them together is like the single most toxic relationship that's ever existed in humanity. Those two men should not be anywhere near each other. I'm afraid that they'll kill each other.
Are we counting you and your exes? So we're at the newspaper. Sometimes,
I'm dead.
Sometimes, dear listeners, you have to break the cycle.
Can continue. I'm dead.
So we're at the newspaper. JB runs into Alice, and we find out that Bill's got a gun.
Bill's got a gun.
Thank you. And Allison tells JB she can't call the police or even get involved.
Oh, no. Why can't she get involved?
Because Bill will be very upset.
And we don't want to upset Bill, I guess.
No, we don't. We don't want to upset Bill. So we're at Bill's garage. And Teeth brings his vet in for repairs.
Teeth!
He bought it in random main city town named Shomars. Shomars is still a thing, girl. Like they have spread outside of Charlotte. There are like tons of them around now. Yeah.
Well, good for Shomars.
Did you ever eat at Shomars?
Just like once.
I never did. I've eaten at Friendly's. Never Shomars. Yeah. The watermelon cake, is that what you, or the pie, or not pie, ice cream.
Mm-hmm. You know me, I've never been an ice creamy person, so.
You ever been an ice cream person? I thought you
because of my lactose intolerance.
Oh, what about the country's best yogurt, TCBY?
No. Remember, the thing is about my... So, it's funny, like, sometimes people, when they're lactose intolerant, I think that some folks have a misunderstanding about that, and that if you never had it, it's just like every other kind of food. So, every once in a while, somebody says that to me, like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. I'm like, I don't even think about it. It's not a food group I think about.
What about cheese?
Cheese doesn't really affect me the same way. The three things that affect me the most are ice cream, yogurt, and just milk.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, cheese has never affected me. But those other three wreck me. Like, just it's terrible. So, but I'm thankful for that.
Like a wrecking ball.
I never felt so hard before.
Oh, God. So Durbin tells a story of a businessman who picked up a hitchhiker.
Oh.
And like the hitchhiker went to go get help and the businessman was killed and the hitchhiker went to jail, but wasn't actually, guilty. And for some reason, the left side light doesn't work in the car.
Oh.
And Bill's like, you know what? Come back at 9. We'll have it repaired for you.
9.
Well,
Wink, wink.
JB's at Bill's, like in the office waiting for him. And she's like, Allison is worried. Here's a newspaper clipping. Bill, what the fuck? And Bill's like, I don't want to talk about it. Get out, JB. Bill calls someone. He's like, hey, we need to fix this. Bye. Right?
That's literally how it is. Yeah. That's literally it.
So we're at Thieves. And he says he's innocent. And they're like, well, what are you doing here? And as he lights his pipe and smacks his teeth down on the pipe.
I love you, but you have to call me.
What?
I can't keep it together. Every time you say, my God.
Well, it's not. It's just
So we're at teeth.
Well, and it's not. He doesn't really have like that big of teeth or anything, or it's just the way he acts. Like he goes tooth first. Like. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
No,
yes.
You're fine. I just literally every time you say it takes me a moment to compose myself.
Girl, don't forget, if you ever, this brings up a very important point that has absolutely nothing to do with this. If you ever do, I'm going to say this, then I'm going to redirect blackface. But what I mean by that is black and white. Like if you ever decide to go black and white.
Yes.
Remember that your teeth will turn yellow from that. No matter how white they are, they will always look yellow. So you need to buy bright white bumpers. Or black bumpers. One of the two.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to add for that? Dear listeners, that's a little thing for you too. It'll also make your eyes look a little bit yellow because your eyes aren't perfectly white either. Like just not yours, but like people's eyes and teeth, just because they aren't perfectly white.
Well, yeah. I mean, like with this facial hair thing, I doubt I'd ever do that anyway. Probably just because.
Why not?
I don't know.
You could use that as the black, and just add like black shadow into it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Who knows what looks I have in the future? Who knows?
They're going to be an A-frame dress.
Leave my dresses alone. They're adorable. Sometimes I just really like those. I just like those 1950s silhouettes.
It's fine. They look good on you when they're the right length. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Nothing, because now I feel weird because I was gonna.
You were gonna what?
I was gonna make another one today. I just like how they look.
I don't understand why she still buys patterns when she only makes the one thing. That's really
No.
No. Sometimes it's a different pattern of the same dress. I get it. The zipper's at a different place.
I'm gonna be making some new dresses in different patterns, actually, different silhouettes and stuff. So
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay, are you gonna put a little A-frame skirt over it?
Fucking hate you sometimes.
A peplum that's actually a skirt.
Every word you say right now is making me so angry. I don't know.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh. Oh, I kid. You look adorable 99% of the time. Um,
You know,
what? Yes, ma'am. What are you gonna say? No, what are you gonna say? I can dish it and take it.
I'm gonna. No, it's nothing bad. I'm just thinking now.
Oh no, what are you thinking about?
Thinking design. I'm just thinking design stuff right now. You're fine. It's
Oh
fine.
God, girl. Oh God, girl. No, the thing is, don't change it too much because you have a look and people expect a look. That's the other part of this. Maim has a look.
I'm having like a little bit. My brain going a little bit crazy. You can probably see the look in my eyes. I'm back.
Okay. Maim's husband, I'm sorry. Grab one of the crystals that's on her vibration and throw it at her real hard.
Hit her over the head. Hit her over the head.
Foreshadowing.
We go get your vibration back in order.
Oh God. You could also use a fly swatter, do the same thing. So, Teeth tells a story how he was hitchhiking to protest Vietnam War.
Oh.
A teen came by with one headlight on the car and like forced the other car off the side of the road. The driver was a businessman. His head was bleeding, so he went to. Teeth ran to a farmhouse, like banging on the door to get somebody to come out to get help. Nobody got up. When he came back, the man's head was bashed in. $100,000 in bonds were never found, and the only thing he saw was the passenger of the car, and it was Bill. He was in a white tux or sport jacket, and so it was the same night as prom.
Oh my gosh. Do you think this is the same prom that they were talking about in design?
Same number of black people.
The hillbilly swap. The hillbilly prom.
Oh God. So we're back at the high school.
Okay.
JB, why are you talking to me about this? There's no way that Bill could have done this. He was my baby. He's my favorite. He was like a son to me.
All right, Coach. It seems kind of inappropriate. You keep going on about it.
JB asked, do you remember what Bill did that evening?
No, I don't, but Durbin did it. I know Durbin did it. Hey, look at this creepy photo of me giving these people this award. Like that night of prom, I gave him this award. And isn't it creepy because it was 1980s photoshopped, and that was before Photoshop was even a thing.
It was so bad.
It's like somebody cut apart 4 different pictures, put 5 different pictures because you had the clock too, put together and put on Xerox machine, an 80s Xerox machine.
It was so bad.
I do remember the smell. Xerox machines used to have that really strong odor that was delicious. It was ozone. That's what it was.
Okay, good. So it wasn't just me that liked it. Okay.
No, ozone smells good.
When you said it, I was like, I love that smell.
I know. So we're at the back at the car dealership.
Okay.
Someone shows up, talk to Bill. There's a shotgun and Bill's dead.
Oh no!
It's the next morning, and JB shows up at the sign of the death with Sheriff Tupper and Kevin. Oh. Well, Bill's death was a suicide, and he had a bullet in his right temple.
Well, how's that? He's left-handed. He was my only left-handed quarterback. It was real special because he was left-handed back in '66. That game that he won for us, oh my God, it was so good. He's like son to me.
No, it's not any less creepy.
I know.
Oh, the voice.
I think it's because I haven't used it in a while. You haven't really listened to it in a while because I think I've been forgetting to do it. Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's like there's just something different now. Like before, it had almost like a little bit of a sling blade to it, but now there's something about it that's a little bit more devious sounding.
Oh, sling blade, that better. That
No, I like this way. I like this way.
French fried potatoes.
Maybe that's what it was. You were always talking about taters before.
I really wasn't. I do love taters though.
Me too.
I love a good tater. Tater tot.
Oh, I love
tater salad.
Tot. I made some like taco tots last night. Actually, it was good. It was good stuff.
Good. So we're back at Thieves, and he's pouring himself a drink to drink through his teeth. And he's very okay with Bill's death.
Yeah, he seemed almost, like at peace.
Yeah. And he was, his alibi holds firm. He was having dinner from 8 to 11, and the keys to his car are in Bill's office. JB tries to read Durbin, like, why'd you come here to do this? And he's like, girl, I went to jail. I served my time. Excuse me for not believing in the system.
I mean, like, 20 years is not a short amount of time.
No, it's not
a short trip.
No, it's not. And it was the prime of his life. He got all that dental work done.
He did. Oh, I mean, that was one good thing, right?
It was dental work.
The state would have paid for that.
Somehow he bought a Corvette
from a little old lady.
That
was a dead mama's car. That was this killed his mama. That was a dead mama's car.
And he subscribed to the Cabot Cove newspaper. So JB gives him the book of all of the paperclip clippings and all of that stuff so he can learn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at Perry's now, not Cuomo. And JB's like, it was murder. And she tells him she thinks it was Bill and asks what happened the night of prom. And everybody's like, it was a hell of a good time. And after prom, we all went to the diner.
Oh, well, that's fun.
That's fun. It was exciting. It's exciting, man. They all went to the diner.
Diners.
Everybody loves the little diner. Just a little diner. Little dinery things with like salts and peppers and hash browns and
Guy Fieri.
Girl. So Guy Fieri has a Cherokee restaurant now.
Did you try it?
I have not. I did go to the Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
How was it?
Okay.
Okay, so real talk. There's a new Gordon Ramsay here now too. Same reaction. Was like, it's okay. I was like, what? So
yeah, I had the fish. It was the fish and chips restaurant. I was like, I'm gonna try it. It was the fish was good.
Mm-hmm.
The breading was not sticking to the fish. Gordon Ramsay would have been hot. That was like it was. They cooked it too hot, so it was puffed up a little bit. The shrimp were good. The chips were good. Wow. The fish was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's kind of sad to me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant? Is that why you're saying it's okay, or you just know other people that went?
No, other people went to the one because it just opened like two months ago, and so me. I mean, I'm not like a Gordon Ramsay like super fan, but I love Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that'd be cool. But then somebody went and they were like, I was like, okay.
Is it fish? Is it fish and chips place, or is it something else?
No, it's a Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they opened a Hell's Kitchen here. So
okay.
But they said also that was like a what's it called prefixed menu.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, well that's whatever. So yeah. So just hearing from two different people now, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna waste that money.
I mean,
I'm just gonna go back to the Schnitzel House, Henny.
Girl, take me. I love a good schnitzel now.
I can't wait to take you to that. Honestly, I can't wait.
And I love a drink. What are we doing after that? Are we? Is it near Wilton Manors?
No, this is in Miami.
Oh, okay. That's right. What are we gonna do after that?
So because we can actually go somewhere in Miami because we didn't actually go out to Miami stuff.
Girl, I don't feel pretty enough for Miami.
Boo boo, it's fine. Don't be all like weird like that.
Okay.
They gonna think you were sugar daddy anyways.
You know, I did when I went to a straight strip club. The strippers did think I was a middle-aged Jewish lawyer.
Right. So
Dear
you're
listeners,
gonna be very popular.
I'm not Jewish.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Like
That was all.
Yeah.
All.
I just.
What do you want me to be tonight? I'll be whatever you want me to be.
So we're at the dock, and we're sitting by the dock of the bay, and for some reason, Teeth is out over there, like just sitting down on a barrel, and hey, are you Durbin? Are you Durbin? And he decks him. Why'd you kill Bill? Won't you marry me, Bill?
Oh, jeez.
So JB grabs Kevin and brings him to her house, and she starts talking to him about the murders, and he says, well, you know, I was thinking why I don't remember anything. I left that dance real early because I, like you, had the flu.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the 60s, so it was probably that there Spanish flu. No, so I'm only partially kidding. There was a flu pandemic that happened in the 60s.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's one that's not it's completely forgotten about in the zeitgeist. Like just poof, gone. Yeah.
That's actually really I really didn't know about that.
Let's see what year it was.
Wow. In the 60s. I'm happy that they
The
beat
Hong
that.
Kong flu, it happened in July 13th, 1968.
Not the Hong Kong flu.
Mm-hmm.
Did it start in
It is
Hong Kong?
it is among the deadliest pandemics in history.
We just skipped between
1 and 4 million deaths.
Modern. Yeah, I like that. And us talking about modern times, like we just did the 1919, and that's the only one we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Understood.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It had a 0.2% fatality rate, which I believe is over COVID's.
Jeez. That's wild.
Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. That is 61. Oh no, it's COVID slightly more because it's 0.6, I believe. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yep. Well, we also find out that Dan didn't drink back then. Back then. And Arnie was always poor. But where'd he get the money to make it rich? Because he did stocks. And
Good old stocks.
Good old stocks. So we're at Arnie's, and JB asks about the night of the prom. And then she was like, you know, after prom, Bill got 50,000 Rupal doll hairs. Where you started your business with 50,000 Rupal doll hairs as well. Where did you get your money? And
a lot of doll hairs going around. A lot of doll hairs.
And Arnie's like, you know what? You keep this up, that's defamation. So get out of my house. And JB's like, oh, by the way, this insurance letter was sitting outside. I'll leave it on this table for you. And she walks out the door. Arnie gets out of his wheelchair, stands up, walks over to the letter, and JB walks in and is like, bitch, I saw your shoe scuff marks on the ground. You may want to mop those up. Let's go to talk to the sheriff because you just committed insurance fraud.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Not Freud.
So we're at the sheriff's. We find out that the 50,000 came from Arnie's trust fund. Okay.
Oh, okay.
His money's run out, so he faked the accident to try to get money from the insurance.
Got it.
The night of the prom, Bill was plastered. Allison left him at 11 and left the prom without him.
Ah.
Well, they get Sheriff Tupper's on the phone, and he finds out that Danny, who was the primary suspect, because he, is a drunk, and what caused him to drink. He's been he's been to the drunk tank the past couple days in a neighboring city.
Oh,
2 days in the drunk tank, girl. How? I guess when you go on a bender, Danny goes on a bender.
He lived. He lived.
He lived. So we're at Perry's.
Okay.
And Allison and Tara are somehow there too. And JB's like, y'all, why are all three of you in here? And why are all three of you lying to me? And Allison's like, enough. We left prom separately because Bill was trying to sleep with me. And I did not want to sleep with him.
Oh.
I still don't sleep with him because we don't have any children.
So noble. So noble.
Bill went back inside to collect a trophy, and I left. Girl, so what I thought she meant by trophy was Tara. I thought that Bill.
I initially thought that too.
And I was like,
yeah.
The way they placed Tara in this with her facial expressions, I was like, this is a good mislead, because I thought it was going to be Tara that did the murders.
I did. When they first said it, I was like, girl. Yeah, but you're right.
So we're back at the football stadium. Kevin's reminiscing, and JB's like, you found $50,000 to start your football camp. How did that happen? Also, there's a picture of you handing out that award at 11:45 p.m.
Good thing that clock was there in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I drove Bill home. There was a Corvette that was offside the road. Bill kept on grabbing the wheel out of me. He was so drunk. And he grabbed when he saw the vet and pulled me into the vet, and I had swerved around. The vet hit the tree, so I turned back around to make sure everybody was okay. And then I get back there and look down there, all these bonds, these paper bonds. I start trying to steal them, and the man wakes up, so I grab one of Maim's husband's crystals in my hand, and I smack him on the head with it. And I killed him.
Wow.
Yeah. And then what about Bill? Oh, I swore his ass to secrecy and gave him half the money.
Yeah, but then what happened?
Does not talk about the murder of Bill at this point.
Isn't that weird?
I think it was written in later to make more sense.
Yeah,
I think it was only going to be the one murder, and they had to write in Bill's murder for time.
It was very weird.
Because we're at JB's now, and he's like, Sheriff Tupper's like, well, why didn't they kill Durbin? Because I would prove he was right. Well, why did Kevin shoot Bill in the right? To show it was a stranger. Well, Durbin's here, and he thanks JB for helping, and she's like, I just wish it could have ended differently. And he's like, well, when you figure out how it could have, please let me know. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you like this episode?
I did like this episode because it was a darker episode for this show. It doesn't normally get like this, and so because I was thinking the only other one that I can think about that compare this one to is when Gomez Adams was the.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Right, but this one was different because this one is almost this was written in the modern era. Right, we're literally watching this woman have to question her entire town that she lives in because it's not just one person, it's multiple things happening. And I mean, this coach has been the coach forever, so that means she's known this guy for literally ever. So it's interesting because we get to see I feel like a more realistic reaction.
Yep.
Finally,
I
because
agree.
every other time she's just like, right? Like this time she looks almost like shaken.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
And but as we talked about prior, like I don't like her reaction to that guy because I'm like, GB, this guy was in prison for 20 years.
Yep, I agree. And she just and this was very stone cold. Like this was a stone cold killing. Like this is in a way that other ones have not been. This is the dude
like,
did not deserve it.
This. Like this was like her friend. Like he did a very bad thing.
Crime, yes.
Like not like any like a complete stranger.
Yep.
Murdered in cold blood by hand. Like there was a lot of things here that are like, JB, your friend was kind of a sociopath.
Yep.
And she's just like, I wish it had ended differently. What would have been the different way? Like,
well, Maim, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Girl, I'll be spiraling about this still. Okay.
I know we've already been talking about this for an hour, so.
Hello, dear listeners. Yeah, I'm not gonna spiral on the microphone. That's not how I do this thing ever.
That's true.
Spiraling is for the shower. Hi, dear listener.
She spins and spins. That's how she dries herself off afterwards. Just stays in there and spins around.
How did you know?
It's like a salad spinner.
It's spiral method, honey. It saves water. Dear listeners, yeah. You can find me every Thursday night hosting amazing colossal karaoke at Killy Rydell in Miami Beach, performing improv and stand-up at Villain Theater in Miami, and doing commentary at the It's Happening Out Network. More about all that stuff at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all, the Divine Mims. You can find me online at Divine Mims. Say, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know we have a Patreon?
What?
That's right. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. And thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thanks, Sheri.
Merci beaucoup.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
Yes.
That's right. We have Baking Sugar, our Designing Win podcast. And starting on November 20th, we have Over the Moon, our moonlighting podcast.
Yeah.
Which, as a patron, you can see as early release with us in the Last of Drag doing.
Yes, so light drag.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
That's right. If you go to mimsmania.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, dear listeners. I love 5-star reviews. It really helps us grow.
Like a lot.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that our dear listeners can reach out to us?
What?
That's right. They can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com or send us a text message at 704-380-0618. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim. Go eat, Mims.
Bye, y'all.